How's it going, fourth period, Mr. T's class? Today I'm going to talk to you guys about the Vietnam War. So during this time, Cold War was raging on, and as you know, the Cold War was a war against the United States and Russia. Russia was communist and America was capitalist, and America didn't like communists, and so Russia was trying to take communism, make it one big old thing. Tried to unify all of Asia with communism. And America, they didn't want that. They wanted everybody to be capitalist. So as Russia went on, they tried to unify Asia. So little wars broke out because of it. And Vietnam was one of them. It was with North Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia, and South Vietnam. North Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia were all part of the Communist Party, and they tried to make South Vietnam part of the Communist Party, but South Vietnam didn't want to. So America supplied them with weapons and tanks and equipment, but they never really stepped. So it wasn't until May 3rd, 1965, that the U.S. sent troops to Vietnam to help the South Vietnam stand up against the Communist Party. We were just supplying them troops, but the reason why we really sent troops over there was because the VC, the Viet Cong, they were the Communist Party for the North Vietnamese. Their navy shot the USS Maddox with torpedoes, and that was an act of war. So our president at the time sent him over, and that's how it started. So why was America involved? That's why. And to figure out what really went on there, because I can read all I want, but nobody's gonna really know what went on unless we talk to people who are actually there. So I'm gonna call in someone who lived it, somebody who was there. He's a very important person to me. My grandpa. So here he is.
Yeah.
What branch of the service were you in?
Well, I was in the branch was the U.S. Navy, but I was in the I guess a division called the Seabees,
Cool.
which
And
we did construction for the Marines and Navy on land.
so were you ever in Vietnam?
Yeah, I spent 3 tours there.
And what did you build?
Roads, barracks. We took care of maintenance for the different facilities, like the riverboat where they were stationed, like small bases, and then also the large bases. And we had detachments all over where we were sent to build a bunch of buildings, small buildings, generally sewer, electrical, plumbing, all that. While we also were getting shot at too, and then. But our primary purpose was construction for the Marines and Navy.
That's cool. A lot of people now, they're just forgetting about the Vietnam War. So what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, they don't know. Well, they don't get taught anything anymore, and they forget about all the wars. We lost 55,000 men over there, and that's a lot of people. And it lasted quite a while, but I was there. I was getting shot at, but like I say, primarily it was construction force. But I got to see a lot of the people. I was in a lot of the civic action programs with orphanages too, and the Vietnamese people really loved the Americans, absolutely. But anyway, yeah, we were there. The French were there early in getting their ass kicked by the North Vietnamese. The North Vietnamese were getting funded, and their military stuff was given to them or sold to them, whatever, by China, Russia, a lot of other countries. And when the Americans got there, we were on foreign soil, so we got our ass kicked a few times. But we would go in, and the Marines would go in and just annihilate the VC, and then they were ordered to pull out. And if you read Lao Tzu, The Art of War, Have you ever read that?
No, I have not.
Everybody should read that. The objectives of winning a war is to go in, get rid of the enemy, take the ground, and hold it. But the U.S. troops weren't allowed to do that because of the politicians. They just wanted that thing to go on and on for some reason, and it was pretty sad. I was stationed with the Korean Marines. I was stationed with the Korean Marines for 3 months. I ate all their food. It was delicious. It stunk like crazy. You had rotten fish and kimchi, but I liked it. But yeah, Korean ROK Marines were there for the long time. Long time. Yeah, they were great soldiers. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, in fact, oh yeah, they got to do things that we couldn't. They weren't under some Geneva Convention rules or something, and I seen them do some badass stuff, and a lot of respect for them. Yeah, but and there was also, I was stationed in Vung Tau down there in the southern part with the Australian Army. Oh boy, those guys were awesome, and we all got along. Australians, a lot of Australians there. And when we go into the bar there, makeshift bars, they would drink Foster's beer. And I remember them, those Aussies, they would get in a fight. There'd be blood all over the place, and they'd get up and shake hands and sit down for another beer. That's pretty cool. Anyway.